Hello and welcome to your daily dose of Satoshi's news. Today's date is Wednesday the 12th of February 2025, the year BSV comes alive. Experience the best of both worlds today at betbitcoinsv.com, the best casino and sports betting on chain. Have a little flutter in private using the original protocol and genuine Bitcoin. Right, today, check this out. Elizabeth Warren, Nick Soto said here, Elizabeth Warren just assaulted Nick Soto on camera for asking questions. This is totally unacceptable behaviour. Should she be locked up? And there's basically a guy going around questioning all these US politicians. It is absolutely outrageous what is going on with the Department of Government Efficiency coming out. Honestly, it's shocking. There's more videos which we're going to have a look at. Nigel Farage is saying, look, we need the equivalent of a Department of Government Efficiency over here now as well, because the spending is just, honestly, it's criminal is what it is. Brian Doherty reporting on a Voltron music. This looks like a new app, so we'll have a look at that. Classic video here that I found, so I'm going to, again, so when the truth comes out, we need to be able to show everybody what's happened. So these douchebags here, talking about how all the evidence points to Craig Wright, but he still doesn't think it is. So there's him, and obviously there's Roger Ver, but we just kind of have a good laugh at that video. It's a start. We'll discuss that. We've got a post here from Craig on Slack. So he's alive, which is good. Some 365 days of Bitcoin history, and then we'll go through the figures as per usual, because they're looking pretty good. And then that'll be the end of the show. Right, let's get into it.
Greg says he's Satoshi, like a cowboy in the West, riding on the blockchain that they call the very best. 1 million strong, them transactions flying free. Just wait for the Terra node, you'll surely see.
Right, here we go. So check this out. This is Elizabeth Warren. Here we go.
The shutdown.
So Senator Warren, why are you so afraid of transparency? Why are you bothered by the fact that Elon Musk is attempting to expose all of this fraudulent spending?
Look at that. Look at, they're literally running for the hills when it comes to transparency. This is why they don't want Bitcoin. They are utterly corrupt. There is no coming back for this lot. Literally, like Jesus said, your father was alive from the beginning, and that's what this lot are. They all worship, like, you know, the God that we know about. Let's carry on.
What is that about? What is the problem here? What is the problem with transparency? Do not touch me. Do not touch me. Senator Warren, I just want to answer a question. How did you get
2 million views as well. Awesome.
How did you get a $12 million net worth on a $200,000 salary in college?
Genuine question. How did you get a $12 million net worth with a £200,000 salary in Congress?
Thank you.
How did you do that?
Excuse me.
How did you do that? You can keep trying to block my camera. We're on a public sidewalk, so... Get off of me. So you don't want to answer that question. What is it about Doge that's such a problem to you? You just elbowed me, Senator. I got that on camera.
Excuse us. Thank you.
Transparency is your enemy.
It is, transparency is their enemy. They're literally like cockroaches scuttling into the shadows. They've literally been criminal right from the get-go. This is, again, they don't want Bitcoin because of this. They know that Bitcoin will bring everything into the light. And another one. Let's have a listen.
So, Congressman, what do you have to say about the fact that FEMA just spent $59 million housing illegal immigrants while people in Western North Carolina lived in tents for the past 4 months? What do you have to say about that? Do you accept that? Do you accept that? Do you accept the fact that, because Doge exposed that today, it sounds like you have a big problem with the fact that Doge... I'm not blocking her. I'm not blocking. Excuse me. Are you okay with that? Do you condemn the fact that Doge exposed FEMA for sending $59 million to house illegal immigrants today?
Excuse me, sir.
Do you condone that?
Excuse me, sir.
I don't know who the
I don't know who. I tell you what. If I don't know who you are. Let's go. You're in the way.
I'm not in the way.
You are in the way.
Okay, then get out of my way. Oh, what's that? What's that look? What's that look?
That's true. Look, $59 million on housing illegal immigrants, and yet they gave a $750 loan for all those people that lost their house. Literally, not even any aid, a $750 loan. I mean, honestly, it's an absolute piss take. An absolute piss take what's going on. But we know it. I just wonder when the rest of the world is going to wake up and see it. But something is going to expose it, and that's going to be Bitcoin. Here we go. We've got more shenanigans here in England. Let's have a listen to this. Nigel Farage.
Oh, you'll like this. The environmental impact of filmmaking using Star Wars to improve sector sustainability practices. No, I'm not even making it up. Over £200,000. Try this. The cultural legacies of the British Empire. Classical music's colonial history, 1750 to 1900, 1.2 million. Funded by UK Research and Innovation, a non-departmental government body. When you see what they're doing in America, do you get the feeling we ought to be doing it here? This is all a complete waste of your taxpayer money. It's keeping people your life.
Yes, indeed, he is correct. Complete waste. Well, they're just spending on themselves. And we saw the other day how many millions, was it 240 million they were spending on studying transgender animal testing. I mean, absolutely outrageous. Outrageous. Right, let's see what Brian Doherty says here. So, excited to introduce Voltron Music, a next-generation platform set to redefine entertainment by empowering artists, creators and audiences through blockchain and AI. Music publishing, AI music assistant, streaming platform, secure identity. Be sure to join Code and Light, myself, and the legendary Frank Nitti at 2 p.m. EMC today. Oh, it looks like Kurt and a real coin geek. Alright, let's see what they got here. Let's have a look.
Speakers, Voltron music, powered by that boundless trust features. Smart ledger on the rise, Web3 gang holding it down. Sponsored by God, empower the people, get that sound. Yeah. From the city of palms where the sunshine beams, we stacking blockchain dreams, unleashing new regimes. It's Voltron music, serving truth in every bar we spit, with transparency and privacy, no counterfeit. Boundless trust blockchain, breaking shackles of old deals. Artists owning masters, finally telling how it feels. No more middlemen running pockets, slipping in the dark. We reclaim our destiny, igniting that freedom spark. Voltron music where the chains come loose, revolution on the track, knowledge the juice. We break down them walls, no lies in between. Empowering the people, keeping the vision clean. We ride slow like a 6-4 on Crenshaw nights. Couple nodes on the chain, holding truth in the light. No God's blessed, voting the vision. Crypto payments putting folks in chest.
Alright, that looks mint. That looks mint. Very much looking forward to that. Right, now let's get into this. This is hilarious. We have loads of comments on this. Loads of comments on this. They cannot help themselves. Look, so we've had like 5,080 views on this already. Let's have a listen. Here we go.
Any idea on who Satoshi is?
I don't think it's the guy from Australia, Craig Wright. I don't think it's.
Well,
however,
sorry, interrupt. No, go ahead. Sorry to interrupt.
You know what's weird about him? He appeared out of nowhere, and he somehow got himself. I don't know. Gosh, this must have been about 10 years ago. Up onto a stage at a crypto conference, and no one had heard of the guy. And he ends up on stage, and he's up there with some of the world's great cryptographers, like Adam Beck, and no one had ever heard of the guy. And I know people who were in the audience who had this experience. And he's up there holding his own.
Right. So he's up there with some of the best cryptographers in the world, holding his own. Meaning talking knowledge, holding his own, again telling Nick Szabo that Bitcoin was Turing complete. Joseph Van Perlin was up there knowing who he was. Okay, so that's the first thing, right? Holding his own, knows his stuff.
With these world famous cryptographers. And then, but everyone was wondering who, but then the guy gave himself away. He said, well,
So he gave himself away.
Have a Honeywell XYZ supercomputer. And everyone knew they had to be alive because there's like 90 of them ever made, and they know that the NSA has 6, and they know that the IBM has 4, and they know that Stanford has 2, and they know where they all are. It's 5 got sent to Russia. No, they know where they all are, and no way this guy has this Honeywell, that he claimed.
So he must be lying.
Well, a few months later, there was someone over in Australia who went by to see him and came out and said, I visited this guy, Craig Wright, in his building. And sure enough, in his basement, he has one of these 90 Honeywell machines. But I think, so it is funny. There is some evidence.
So it is funny. So everybody thought he was lying, but he wasn't lying, and he was actually telling the truth. So you're saying he gave himself away as a liar, but the lie actually turned out to be the truth. And he's holding his own against these world-renowned cryptographers, and he's got one of these supercomputers in the basement of his home.
But I don't think he's really Satoshi.
Oh, right, yeah. So you don't think he's really Satoshi, despite the fact that he can hold his own against the best cryptographers in the world and has one of these Honeywell supercomputers in the basement of his home. But I don't think he's Satoshi. That's all right. Get that. Another victory for Satoshi Nakamoto. Peter McCormick to pay Craig Wright another $90,000 or pounds. Court appeal refused. Court favours Craig Wright. Orders Bitcoin.org to remove BTC white paper because it doesn't represent the beat doesn't represent BTC anymore. Because BTC is a completely different altcoin. It's nothing like Bitcoin. It's not a commodity. It's a securitized piece of crap. Craig Wright, Satoshi keys have been delivered. Australian man Craig Wright wins US court battle for a Bitcoin fortune with billions. Bitcoin founder Craig Wright wins battle to keep his crypto billions. In the Times. They all know. They all know. Check this out. Looks like we're making a start here. Donald Trump said just in Toyota has announced it will no longer sponsor LGBTQIA2+, whatever, parades and events. It will no longer make efforts to promote diversity, equity and inclusion. It's a start. Literally against all this stuff that is anti-family and anything to break down the family unit. We know why they're doing it, and they've finally given up. So hooray! It's a start. Right, 369BSV says here, CSW posted today on Slack for all you wondering what's happened to him. Here it is. If you'd like to join the Slack, also speak to Metna ICU or Joe Dalles on how to join. It really is full of the latest updates and some of the brightest minds. All right. So this is what Craig posted. He said, the world moves like a slow grinding wheel, indifferent to wreckage, to blood on the pavement, to the things that break and bend and do not quite fit back the same. There's no poetry in it, no grand metaphor, just a car, a man, and the unfortunate physics of collusion. One moment's motion, then a deafening halt. Then the body remembers it's fragile, a shoulder out of place, a knee twisted wrong, a delay, a detour, a forced reckoning with the weight of time. I hope Craig hasn't been in a car crash or anything like that. That's what it sounds like. He says, I haven't been online, not because I've forgotten, not because there's nothing to say, but because priorities shift when the body demands its due. There are bones to mend, tasks left undone, a Viva approaching like a slow-moving beast that doesn't care for excuses. Another doctorate to submit, deadlines whispering threats. The world doesn't wait, the work piles up, indifferent. I owe people words, responses, thoughts, but right now catching up is the only rhyme I can keep. Social media is a distant hum beneath the more pressing matters of function and obligation. I'll be back soon. The words will come, but for now I dig myself out of this delay, limb by limb, day by day. The body has its own clock, indifferent to impatient. It heals in increments, in the quieter labour of tissue knitting itself back together, in the stiffness that gives way to movement, in the ache that no longer dictates the day. The knee steadies, the shoulder holds, and what was once a slow, careful crawl forward is now something closer to a stride. The worst of it's over. What remains is endurance. I hope he's alright, because if he has been in a car crash and he's also being injected with the old jibby jabby, that's going to prevent a healing. So he continues. But time lost is never lost. It's It accumulates elsewhere in the work left waiting, in the obligations that didn't vanish just because I couldn't meet them. There is no clean return, no simple catching up, only the slow and steady reclaiming of ground. The weight of it is there, but so is the emotion, one thing at a time, until everything that was set aside is pulled back into place. It won't be long now. The work gets done, the days unfold, and soon enough I'll be back. Let's hope so. I wish you a speedy recovery and hope you get well soon. Somebody's said there. Oof. Yeah. Hope he's all right. I know lots of people that have been in, accidental car crashes go against their cabal. Right, let's get into some 365 days of Bitcoin history. It is the 12th of February. So on the 12th of February 2009, quote here from the, actually I don't know if this is correct, right, but on the Peer-to-Peer Foundation, saying, great stuff. This is the first time real innovation in money since the Bank of England started to issue its promissory notes for gold in the vaults, which then became known as banknotes. Following year, in 12th of February 2010, quote here saying, there's a small transaction fee for very large transactions. The node that generates the block that contains the transaction gets the fee. If the same money gets sent again, it won't incur the fee again. If all you have is generated coins in your wallet, if you send them all in one huge transaction, it has to bundle hundreds of 50 bitcoins together. After that, it's just one line to send the combined unit. Alright, a little bit of technical knowledge there from Satoshi Nakamoto. And the 12th of February 2024 last year was day 6 of the Copa trial. Right, let's get into the figures then just quickly. You've got Grey Coin, $97,000. Fisher Price Cash, what a B Crash, what a joke. Fisher Price Cash, who cares? Bitcoin at $40. Oh, $40.55 top left there. Seeing an upswing. Woohoo! The BTC as shitcoiners aren't going to like that. Let's have a look at the difficulty adjustment. Oh. All-time high yet again. Hash rate on Bitcoin. Steady as a rock, solid as a rock on Bitcoin. B-Crash trying to recover. Transactions here on Bitcoin, 1.6% of the market. Bearing in mind there are 39,000 shitcoins on the market, and we've got 1.6%, just representing 40,000 transactions over the last 24 hours. Cross-reference out on what's on chain, that is correct. 41,000 transactions. Tiny compared to what we're used to. 6 miners there on Bitcoin. Alright. Yep, transactions here on the Bitcoin forks, just 8.3% according to CoinDance. Block size down at 45. Look at that. I would say serious amounts of transaction banking going on. Massive amounts. And Terranode just round the corner. Coincidence? Let's just wait and see. Time will tell. 64,000 times cheaper to transact on Bitcoin than Gregcoin, and it's a 45 or mining Bitcoin at a 45% comparable loss. Keeps all these shitcoin enterprises away from Bitcoin. They're going to pay the price for that eventually. Let's have a look at the politics in the pie charts. Global hash rate 7 days, global hash rate 24 hours. Gregcoin hash rate, other miners 2.78% on there. B-Crash, other miners 48.61, almost 50%. Via BTC with 70% of the hash rate on Fisher Price Cash. And Bitcoin, let's have a look at this at what's on chain. Yep, still the 6 miners there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Mining Dutch just getting a look in there. 0.66. Gorilla Pool down to 3.3. SA100 up to 12.58. Tau down in 3rd position, 23.8. Kuv 27.1. QD Link taking the lead at 32.5. QD Link, they haven't been in the lead. I don't think I've ever seen them in the lead. Whoa. It's either been Kuv or Tau, but now QD Link. 32.54. Very good. Very good. Crypto Quant, look, exchanges, well, they just have been cashing out massively. They know what's coming. The Tether weather then, just ticking up slightly, was a low. Market cap 141.8, currently 140, so 100 million gone in today. Not really too much to write home about. Short ratio 0.8, that's going up. No way. No way. Look at that. The devil's in the detail. So that's usually around 0.2, 0.3. The other day it went up to 0.4, then 0.5, then 0.6. Now it's 0.8. Coming up close to 1%. Ooh. That's going to be interesting to keep an eye on. See, any of these figures could be an indication of the dam breaking soon. So this is why that could be, even though that is a minute indicator, but it might mean something. Who knows? Wait and tell. So this was the Codex 24-hour exchanges. I don't know if these figures are correct. Oh, I'm not really bothered. I'll bet 1.2. St. Dixon's saying it's got 7 million there. That's actually correct. They're still saying Index has got 80 million. I've not seen that. Oh, maybe this is why I didn't log onto it. 24-hour trade volume. So Index is... Holy crap. Is that actually correct? Is that 45 million? 24-hour trade volume, 45 million. 450... No, it's not. It's 4.5 million. So it's 4,545,774. Okay, right. 4.5 million. Not anything like 80 million. Right, let's have a look at that's ZXN. 24-hour trade volume 6.78. That's just down from 6.9. That's still pretty good. Huobi 24-hour trade volume 4.8 million. All right, still pretty good. Oh, look at that, showing a trend upwards there against USD. Does it have a BSV against BTC? No, never mind. Let's have a look at this then. Alright, so just trending upwards against the big dog since the early hours of this morning. Interesting. Let's have a look at that against USD, early hours of this morning. So that it dropped off and then it picked up again. All right. Let's have a look at Orange Gateway. Oh, look at that. That's rather positive over there since 3 o'clock this afternoon. Look at that. There's a rally going on there. You know, you have to get excited about. You have to get excited about the little things in life when you're following the genuine Bitcoin, because it's been tough. It's been tough, but we'll take that. Let's have a look at that against USD. So if we zoom out, oh, there we go. It's still there, that candle on Orange Gateway where it went to $100. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? There we go. So just recovering there a little bit. Nice, nice. Let's have a look at Satoshi Observer. Yeah, current transactions per second just 0.47. Nothing there at all. Transaction fee. 1/1000th, 3,000ths of a cent per transaction. Look, that is massive. 3,000ths of a cent. BCH is half a cent. So I mean, that's massive. When half a cent compared to 3,000ths of a cent. I mean, literally. BCH is just in limbo, like no man's land whatsoever. Average transaction fee on BTC $1.22. Dear oh dear. Overall market cap $3.2 trillion, 24-hour trade volume 133 billion. So they've created a Ponzi scheme here with a $133 billion 24-hour trade volume. I mean, that is crazy, but they still haven't got rid of it. They still haven't got rid of genuine Bitcoin. It's still there hanging in. Oh, look, the big dog having a rally today as well. Oh, maybe that's why they pumped in the 100 million today. Just because the market wasn't going in their favour. Still below the $100,000 mark. See about XRP. Loads of people talking about this at the moment. What a load of crap that is. Yep, up and down. Trending sideways. That'll be coming down when they start releasing XRP from the Exco. Or is it another PSYOP where they're just simply pumping it, trying to get people interested in that? Just another distraction away from Bitcoin. That's what I suspect. Whereas Bitcoin now 85, $40.51. Nice. Yeah, having quite a sharp increase there. Good stuff. Where's the 24-hour high? $40.58. $40.51. All right. Right, there we go. That's a 25-minute show. We'll leave it there. Hope you enjoyed it as ever. If you enjoy these updates, please ding all donations for your appreciation to either Satoshi at Sempi.com, Handcash.io, Simply.cash, Relasia.com, Rockwallet.me or Senti.ch. We'll leave it there. Hope you enjoyed it as ever. Be aware, take care, stay safe out there, and we'll see you in the next one.